The concept of speed seduction is always mesmerizing for most guys when they first learn about it. The idea of only saying a few hypnotic lines and getting her to lust in desire for you may be quite alluring to say the least. But there is a reason why most guys who study this stuff will never get any results with it, and during this video I would like to tackle this problem so that anyone who learns about it can actually put it into use and get the dating life they deserve. So the first problem is obviously the lack of trials, the lack of practice, but that is a no-brainer, and I would like to expand on why that happens. When Ross Jeffries, the creator of Speed Seduction, has elaborated on the exercises his students needed to go through, he spent quite some time elaborating on the inner game problem. Whenever guys don't believe in themselves enough, they think they are gonna be rejected and they don't trust their own capacities even when they start from scratch. And one very simple exercise he had devised that I have used myself quite a lot was the Rocky and Bullwinkle exercise. No need to go through the whole thing. Basically, you encore in your head positive sounds that make you feel more elevated as you are about to approach the kind of lady you like. Rocky and Bullwinkle was, I think, a circus music back in some old cartoons. You don't need to use that, just use any kind of music, song or sound that is evoking you positive feelings. In the initial sequence, I think he had used the cartoon music in his own head, looping that to feel more funny and positive. Then he was using the sound of when you just look at something juicy or something tasty you would like to eat. Just to think about this steak or this piece of chocolate cake in my case, anything you would be salivating for. You'd be like, and then you use that sound inside. The sound, more and more. The more you use that sound, the more your physiology is activating itself so that you're compelled to try something, to say hello, for example. And the last one, I think, was the national anthem in the US, because that song is very empowering for many US citizens. Maybe less these days considering the presidency, I don't know, maybe it is. But any kind of song or sound that is very empowering for you, anything empowering where you feel better while listening to it. And that basically becomes a chain of encores in your own head, so that whenever you see somebody you would like to approach, you fire that encore in your head and boom, you go. The idea is to reduce friction by reducing over-analysis or the problem of overthinking. Most guys get stuck not by women rejection, but simply by their own loop of ruminations of she's not gonna like me, she won't respond to me, I'm not beautiful enough, they just ruminate so many dark thoughts that they don't even try anything. That kind of chain of states, that intensely motivating chain of encores auditorily in your own head, can help you to propel your ass into action more easily. And you might tell me, yeah, that is fun and positive and it's good to build motivation. But what am I supposed to say when I want to hypnotize a girl into bed, even if that is not always possible, but let's say it is, then what should I say? And before thinking about any complex advanced mind games language patterns, the first step that basically nobody is working onto is to develop the right themes of conversation. If you can do that, you get ahead of 99.9999% of guys in that field. The first goal is not to get her into bed. Just forget about this, especially in the beginning. Just forget about this if you don't have experience. The first goal is simply to get her interested in you. That may seem overly simplistic, but if you don't try anything, it is basically because you put too much emotional pressure on the result. So when you decrease the amount of pressure on the initial result, then you start trying more easily. So reduce the initial goal to not getting her into bed anything, reduce the initial goal to I just want her to get interested in me. And you know you have accomplished that when she has been asking you at least 2 questions personal about you. What do you do for a living? What do you think about this? Where did you grow up? Any kind of personal questions. Once she has been asking you not 1 but 2 questions like this, you know you got her attention first of all, and you get her interested. Once you have accomplished this, again, you are ahead of 99% of guys, because most guys never even get there. They never even get to actually being face to face with a woman and trying anything. They just stay into their own head, paralyzed and overthinking, what am I supposed to do? Get in front of her, start a conversation with one of the themes I'm going to reveal to you right now, and your first goal is just to get her interested in you. You have done that, you have passed the first stage, then you can go to the more advanced stuff. And the initial themes of conversation to double down on whenever you can place that in the conversation are pretty easy. It is anything that has thread to male-female relationships, most likely romantic, but even just female friends, how friendship works, any kind of theme of conversation that will make her think about positive memories from her friends, from her last boyfriend, if it was positive, otherwise no, but anything that will make her think about relationships. Great first example of a theme of conversation you can use as soon as today. Next, you can have any kind of unfulfilled desires. By this I mean get the conversation onto what people in general want to do with their lives but don't allow themselves to do. That is extremely relevant because when you start talking about this, you can feel anything inside. Any unfulfilled desire can go into that category, and that can open the conversation for more personal things, and the more personal it goes, the more connection might happen between you and her. So, second theme of conversation, anything that talks about unfulfilled desires or dreams and aspirations in life, pretty easy to talk about. And the third one is obviously the dream partner. If you could marry somebody today, who would that be? How do you want your dream partner in life to be like? And if she's just getting out of a breakup, that may be a tough conversation, but any other cases, just bring that. Okay, what is your ideal partner? Somebody who acts like what? Somebody who looks like what? I had even created a whole course on seduction themes, going from the least intrusive to the most intrusive, following the natural steps of the seduction process. When you first meet her, you have basic themes that can go by in any conversation, and the more you escalate, the more you go toward the sexual topics once she feels more comfortable with you. And my personal go-to, the one theme of conversation I was always getting the conversation on, was basically hypnosis. But not in a manipulative way because I wanted something from her, not at all, just because I was legitimately studying hypnosis even from a therapeutic perspective when I was in college, and I was bringing that into pretty much every conversation all the time. That was something that was on my mind anyway, so why not talk about it? But if you don't have anything like this, just bring into the conversation a theme that can be positive to her and something you are going to educate yourself onto. Don't try to rehearse, memorize the lines. Aim at educating yourself on the kind of topic women naturally love talking about. And the last step, once you have educated yourself enough, is to always approach with just one event to bring her to afterward. When you fill up your calendar during the week with interesting events to go to, you always have something planned in your head to invite her to. Another reason many guys don't approach or don't try anything is because they don't really develop anything in their personal life, in their day-to-day life, and they are afraid that if the girl was going to see how they live and who they are, she would be disappointed. Why? Why should she have to be disappointed? Maybe develop the kind of life setup, doesn't have to be a billionaire lifestyle at all, just some things interesting to go to. It might just be a concert, it might be some lecture you want to go to on how the mind works, whatever. Anything you might be interested to go to, always have one of those events set up in your head before approaching. That way, you know you can lead the conversation toward meeting again there. And the right way to get there is to drop seeds about this event you are going to go to on Friday or Saturday. You drop seeds about this as early as possible in the conversation. When I was in college, we had set up those hypnosis parties where we were getting people to discover how hypnosis works and making them go through some induction when they wanted to, and other people could witness that. And since I was going there, I think every month, or we had this event like twice a month with my hypnotist friends, then I could just talk about this every day to everyone, and that was an easy thing to invite people to. The only thing I had to do then was to use some storytelling to explain how great those parties were, how incredible they were, and people were compelled to go there. It is the basic concept of storytelling with open loops. You create intrigue in her mind with one event you might go to without completely resolving the tension. One time I might say, oh, we had a guy who traveled through time under hypnosis, and he believed that he was some emperor from ancient Rome. And then he started behaving like this in the whole room, watching over people. And that was crazy to watch. I could, for example, talk about this guy, and then the girl I was talking about this to was intrigued, like, really, hypnosis can do this? And then they wanted to go. So start dropping seeds with open loops in the conversation as soon as possible for the event or like the place you would like to invite her onto later this week or maybe next week. That is a great way to get her Instagram, her number, whatever. That is much easier that way than saying, can I have your number? If you say, can I have your number? Should we get Instagram? That might be too intrusive, especially if she hasn't developed an emotional connection with you just yet. But always having one great event or something interesting to go to, that's way easier to lead into the date, and it doesn't even look like a date because it is just one thing you're going to go to anyway. That is easier that way than if you were putting so much pressure on, I have to get on the date now. And once you are at that place, then you can escalate into deeper topics of conversation. You have more time to build up the tension, and there you can use more advanced speed seduction material. And if you really want to know how to escalate the conversation from there, once you are into a good conversation with a girl you like, then you have down below 5 of the best language patterns or conversation starters I have personally used and developed through my life whenever I was attempting to use speed seduction and any other material in that field. I have refined them over the years to keep only things that worked great for me and that also helped other guys I have coached in the past. So you can find those 5 down below and use them as soon as you are on a date or as soon as you have a great conversation with the kind of woman you really like. With that in mind, thank you very much for watching and see you soon in the next video.